friends. Hope you're doing well. Oh, man. So I did not think of anything to say before I hit record. I do that a lot. Hopefully we'll stumble upon it. I have a list of things here. ASMR to talk about. Some of them are good, some of them are dumb. Like I wrote, ASMR word of the day. I don't know what that means. That just seems like a real bad one. How are you doing? Let's have a chat. How are things going on your end of the world? Leave a comment. Let's talk about it. Because right now, it feels like I think everybody is hitting the wall at this point, and it's like maybe that's just a local thing because in Nebraska the weather is like absolutely garbage. It's like extra garbage. It's like the most garbage. It's like right now, I don't know if you can see this. If I get it close to my face, hold on. Let's do this. If I hold it up, zoom, we'll focus on that. Nope, dang it. It is 1 degree right now. And it has been 1 degree all week long. And it's supposed to be colder tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after. And then it's supposed to get warmer. Yes, you see here. You can't see on my watch, but at midnight it's going to be -0. And by 4 a.m. it's going to be -2. So, currently it is 1 degree. I don't know what it feels like. It feels cold. If I go outside and I walk bare, I walk in the length of the apartment, my nose hairs are frozen. So, Bear's antsy, I'm antsy, COVID's still a thing. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, and I like staying home. It's just like, I can't play hockey right now because of COVID, because of also like I'm higher risk because I'm a diabetes, and I'm just stressed out about moving because I haven't found a place yet. I do have a lead though on a new apartment. And I think part of the stress is that, so my girlfriend is moving in with me, and so there's stressors there because of that, and especially because of like her parents are a little crazy, and yeah, then just like taking into account somebody else's needs when they don't maybe fully realize what they need in an apartment, whereas I'm a self-actualized man, because she's like lives at home with her parents, and I don't think she's ever like had her own apartment aside from like living in dorms. So it's like, okay, well, like apartment living is different. You're gonna have to like make some concessions, and so it's like she doesn't make a ton of money, and things are stressful at her job. So it's like, okay, we already kind of have to cut our budget down, so we almost assuredly can't afford to get a house, which was like plan A. But it's like, it's better to be well under budget and be able to tell your boss to, go fuck herself if it comes to that, because her boss sucks and says like all kinds of mean shit to her and doesn't pay her near enough for the work that she's already doing, which wasn't even on her job description. So it's like, it's not even like from a millennial point of view. It's a very toxic workplace and she needs to get out of there. And so it's like, okay, well, we could go for our max budget, which would get us into a house probably, or like we could be more conservative and just get a big apartment and like be okay with like, it's like if I had just made just a little bit more money with the GameStop stuff, then I'd have a little more working capital in the stock market that I could probably churn. But at the same time, I don't really want to be taking all my winnings in the stock market and constantly just cashing that out to facilitate a lifestyle. I'd rather live cheaply and build the wealth so that way in a year, in 2 years, I could actually go buy a house. That's the goal, is the 3-year plan. By the time say I turn 34, so by the time I'm 37, I want to buy a house, which I think is doable, given that, I mean, technically, I'm pretty close to what a down payment could be in my stock market portfolio, but I don't want to liquidate that just for a down payment on a house when it's like still only going to be like a 10% down payment on a house, because realistically, I'm looking at like a $200,000 house. I've got about $20,000 in working capital, which sounds like a lot, but like it's mostly just dumb luck from GameStop. And so with how I'm working, hopefully things continue going well for me. I'm making, a little bit, what is that, like less than 0.5% a week, which is really, 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 really good returns. I could be riskier and make more, but like I feel like my conservative plays are paying off, and it's still really, really good, so I'm happy. But it's like it'd be really nice to get a house just because of I know what I need. And so it's like adding another human into that mix like means compromising, which sucks, especially when like you're in an apartment. So it's like, okay, with this one new apartment, it's looking pretty promising. And so it's a 2-bedroom. So I'll have like an office slash studio, which will be like purpose built for like my dumb stuff, ASMR, and maybe there'll be, if there's enough room, have it be like a workout space a little bit, because I have the kettlebells, I have a gym mat, I have a bike that I like to ride. I really like doing stick handling stuff with hockey, so it's like incorporating all of that in a room is very difficult. But it's like, I have got this desk, it's a big desk, I've got this ASMR table, so it's like if that took up a wall, then the rest would be free for activities. Potentially, maybe, I just don't know. So we're gonna go look at it here, hopefully Monday, and because my lease is up at the end of March, and I would like to have time to get things there. So I want to have like a week or two of gap time where I have both places, and I'm hoping the new apartment will give us a deal, and like maybe prorate the first 2 weeks. It'd be nice. And then just be like, okay, well, we're not technically going to be living there, but like, can you give us 2 weeks to slowly move stuff in? And that way that we can deal with all the hiccups with our parents, which I'm sure they're going to do stuff because they're just crazy controlling people. Yeah, just stressed, and so it's like, if I could just get past this next like month, and we just get off and running to living together, we get that hurdle done. That's like the biggest stressor in my life right now, is trying to find a place, not finding anything that's like perfect, and just like, man, there's just no winning here. So it's like, man, if I made just a little bit more money, and so then that sends you down like these other rabbit hole existential crises of like, I'm not that successful. Like my friends who have been doing this less time than me, or around about the same amount of time, are much more successful. And you're like, yeah, and you're like, and then it just goes back, and you just get these feedback loops and you just like have to like stop. It's so hard to just stop them and be like, okay, well, you don't make enough money, what are you gonna do about it? Like, get to work, asshole. Like, what can you do? You gotta take ownership of your situation. So that's where I'm at. Trying to figure this out. Water went down the wrong pipe there. So gonna be keeping up with the videos. Gonna be trying to do those daily videos as much as possible. And I really need to get. I think it's like, man, if I could get some of my other YouTube ideas like off the ground and like start working on them. I think the thing that keeps me from it is that I can't just sit down and hit record. And there are days, because there's days where I'm like, yeah, I'm pumped. Let's go make a video, and I like take notes and everything. Like the other day, I did, the investing in options, and I took 3 pages of notes, ready to go. And then other days, I'm just like, sit down and make a video. And it's not that I just want to be like churning out crap. I don't feel like I'm churning out crap. At least hopefully you don't feel that way. I think I just try to ramble and put you to sleep with my dumb life. And it's because it seems like the ones where I don't know what I'm going to talk about tend to do the best. I get the most like comments and reactions and engagement from, and then like when I actually like plan out videos, they don't do near as well. So maybe it's something in the title, maybe it's something in just the rambling that they get better results. Maybe I'm better just off the cuff when I don't plan, and maybe it's because like when I plan things, I think I have it. I can fill in the gaps that I don't even see are there, and so like I'll explain stuff and I'd be 2 steps ahead of myself explaining it, and I'd be like, this makes sense, and then it doesn't. I don't know. Or maybe that's not why you come here. Maybe you just come here for my sweet voice, just to hear me whisper about nothing. Sweet nothings in your ear. So yeah, I don't know, just stressed. Just want to get answers to questions I don't have answers to, and I just can't. I can't have answers to them yet, and it's just frustrating because I can't. It's like normally when I'm frustrated about things, I can usually just like will my way through it and be like, if you keep working, you will get to. But like here, it's like I can't. I'm just roadblocks of like, okay, we gotta go tour this other apartment. Like we're able to tour a different one that's like upstairs from here. It's actually just like right up the stairs and then across the hall. And it's like an okay option, but like it felt really dumpy, and it felt like there was like cracks around the windows. And I was like, that makes me think water damage, that makes me think mold, that makes me think a lot of things. And they're like, oh no, it's just foundation issues. And I'm like, is it though? And then like the apartment just seemed kind of dirty, and they were like, oh yeah, we cleaned it the other day. I'm like, did you though? Because like you didn't do a very good job then, because this looks kind of dirty, and there's just like weird paint, like do some upkeep before you show it. Because it just doesn't feel. It's $100 more expensive than my current apartment, but it feels like it feels like an $800 apartment, not like the $1,200 apartment they're trying to make it be. And so it's like, yeah, if you want to charge those premium rates, like, yeah, great, it's a corner apartment and it's like pretty big, but like you're gonna have to figure that out. If you want to charge that premium, it's gonna have to be nice. Like this apartment looks and feels nice, like everything was painted nicely, and like everything works. Nothing looks shabby. And I think part of it is they use beige paint on the walls in here, and up there it's white paint, and just white just shows the dirt so much better. And so maybe that's it, and maybe it's just my brain that just the beige is more homey and it feels better. But I don't know, I couldn't really picture myself living there, so we'll see what happens. But until I can go look at this other apartment, and until I can, I have like 3 other ones that are like potentials. It's just, you're just gonna have to keep on keeping on, as much as I can. So, yeah, hopefully you're asleep by now, because I'm running out of things to say. So, with that said, I hope you're doing well, and if not, well, I hope things turn around for you here real soon. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. If I can hit the stop button.